Today I want to talk to you about the nature of a production unit. As I said, you're going to be divided into three different groups because unlike a book, which is a very solitary, individualized type of operation, at least for the most part, one person does the research and writes the book. Video production, by its very nature, is a group enterprise. So that's one of the things that really is enjoyable about it, and that is that you have to work as a team. So you will be divided into three separate groups. Now, right now we've got 19 students, so it might be 6, 6, and 7, but that's just the nature of the beast. And that's what we're going to do the first night of class. We're going to divide ourselves into these groups. And I briefly wanted to go through what the different roles in a group video production are. And I think really it would be great for you to decide among yourselves who is going to have the primary responsibility for all of these. First, you've got your producer. Now, the producer is essentially the office manager. It's somebody who makes sure that everybody is doing their assigned tasks. It's the person who knows when particular assigned tasks are going to be completed, keeps a time chart, keeps a flow chart, is really ultimately responsible for bringing the entire task together at the given moment in time so that you can produce this video by the end of the semester. The second person that's involved is the director. Now, the director is the person who gives, if you will, the video its artistic content. What sort of mood is it going to have? You're going to basically be telling other people what sort of themes you want to emphasize, what sort of moods you want to create, what kind of feel, if you will, that you want to give to the video. Thirdly, you have researchers. You know, once you decide on what your story idea is about, particularly when you're doing a documentary, you have to have researchers. They have to begin to do research. Now, part of that is internet research, and I'll be giving you some sites later that you might particularly find useful. But you also want to research things like photographs. You want to research, if you will, maybe particular videos that you want to import, although I want that to be really a sort of limited nature, if you will. You need to research sites. You need to research how to get in contact with people that you might want to interview. But it is essentially the same task that any historian's doing. You're simply gathering the necessary information. The next group, or the next task in a video production unit, are the script writers. Now, the script writers obviously need to write the script. And this is something that the group can participate in. You can review it. Obviously, you're going to need to show it to me. We want you to share it with the rest of the group or the class. But script writers write the script. Now, notice that with producers, directors, researchers, and script writers, that you are yet to pick up a camera. All of what we're talking about so far is called pre-production. This is when you're getting ready, if you will, to go out with the camera and begin to film. The next group are the videographers. Now, the videographers are the people who literally go to the sites, take the cameras, do the filming, or the videotaping in our case, and gather the visual material. Clearly, the director is going to have a big part in telling that videographer where the kind of feel, the kind of mood, the kind of attitude that he wants that production to create. Then in many ways you have the most interesting people of all. These are the editors. That is really what makes a documentary. It's the editing. You take all of this visual material and you look at that script and you begin, if you will, to put together in visual form what that script says. And that comes largely through, if you will, taking this piece, taking that piece, and bringing it all together. So you have the producer, the director, the researchers, the script writers, the videographers, and the editors. These are the principal groups that are involved in video production, or at least the components of that group. Now I want to give you one little technical piece of advice. Video comes in various types of file formats. It would be nice if it's all the same, but it's not all the same. You have so-called AV files. These are files, quite frankly, that were developed by Microsoft. You have MOV files, which were developed by Apple, and which you see, for example, on many of the Apple QuickTime type productions. You also have MPEG files, which is what most of you are going to be taking, because you will be using cameras that do MPEG, although some of you will probably be doing MOV files as well. Now we're going to get into this in more detail. This is getting into the more technical aspects of video production. But one of the fundamental pieces of software that you are going to have is a video converter. You're going to have to take files that is scenes that are shot in one type of video format, and you're going to have to convert them into another video format for a variety of purposes. It might be for editing, it might be for publishing, it might be for a variety of purposes. Now, fortunately, there is a free video converter software which at least I have found to be enormously useful. Now, I know it works on PCs, and I think it works as well on Apple. I don't think it makes any difference. But let me give you the website that you should go to. At least one of the people in your group needs to go to it, because I'm assuming that you're going to be working together. And here is the website you should go to and download their video converter, because it's free software. It's avs4u.com. That's avs4u.com. So go to that website and download their software, and we will be on our way. So that's what I wanted to tell you today, and I'm looking forward to our class, and I think we're going to have a great time together.